Hey guys, what's going on? It's Twintuitive717 back with another video. I hope everyone is well. I'm on to check in with the Divine Masculine Collective, and this reading is for those of you who are being guided to open up your hearts again to the connection with your Divine Masculine. And many of you can feel it. I think dreams are very significant right now, and I did share a reading on Patreon where I touched on this, where the masculines are going through their awakening at this time. And for many of you, it's caused you to move forward or let go. And I think that that was a necessary part of many of your masculines having their awakening. So I keep hearing the message, great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take, and that's in the Romance Angel Oracle deck. So I'll start with this card here and we'll see what the major theme of this reading is. Okay, so it says here, you made me see a side of myself that needs healing. And that's why a lot of them are silent right now too, Divine Feminine, because I feel like a lot of them are doing some serious self-reflection. I think that this love opened up their eyes about the type of person that they want to be, the types of experiences that they want to have while they're here on Earth in this incarnation, sorry. And yeah, a lot of them just, it says retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. And that's why the healing message comes out, because many of them are they're being taken on this journey to understand the connection with their Divine Feminine. And I feel like the symbolism here of them walking together is your masculines are dreaming about you. They are having the types of dreams that are making them feel really emotional, like maybe seeing you guys as a family, or just spending time alone with you, feminine, looking into your eyes, or being with you in very exotic settings. And that's why I feel like they're disconnecting. It's because they have no choice at this time. We have this could be the one, because they're feeling this twin flame love, this very thing that you've been talking about, or maybe you've been trying to explain, that you've been feeling, so much to the point where a lot of you ended up entering the spiritual realm with, tarot readings and different parts of your own healing journey as well. And this connection seemed really absurd to your masculines in the past. But again, they never went through their awakening because a lot of you kept pushing and pushing and chasing and ignoring the red flags is what I'm getting. And so the push and pull continuously happened because a lot of you were letting this person into your life when you should have, picked up your sword and really cut communication and gone on your own journey of healing. But in time, I feel like once you learned that lesson, because it says let your friends help you, I feel like these were the tarot readers in the community that you guys really formed a bond with just by watching the videos and entering their communities. And it says ask for help and support from others. And I feel like that's what you started to embody for yourself. You started realizing that, you weren't alone on this journey, and you're human and you're allowed to make mistakes. And that very lesson is mirroring to your masculines right now, where I feel like you guys connected. And if you did discuss twin flames or any kind of spiritual stuff, or you know what I mean, send them readings or share certain insights with them about the twin flame journey, you guys better believe that they're going through their own research right now about this. And a lot of these masculines are so thankful that that's what I'm feeling. A lot of them are okay, that's why she shared it with me, because I think that when you initially did, they were a little bit clueless about it. But now I think that many of them are okay, I totally understand why it is I had to meet this person and why it is they shared with me what they shared with me. And this might be for a lot of you who aren't in communication with your masculines. These are the types of things that they're thinking about. I see someone putting a puzzle together. It says healing family issues as well. And that might have something to do with the theme of the reading, where you've made them see a certain side of themselves. This might have a lot to do with the way they view relationships, and their parents might have something to do with that, because it says here your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. So these might be a lot of masculines who, like, they didn't really have a lot of positive examples of passionate love, okay? There might have been some distance between parents is what I'm picking up on. And just like, okay, what I'm picking up with healing family issues is there may be some of you out there who, like, you guys have kids and maybe your masculine doesn't have kids, or if they do, you embody like a very loving connection with your children, and it's very triggering for your masculine because they've never experienced like a bond like that. Like, you might be very affectionate towards your children, you might take care of them in a way where it's very, and that might be like a culture thing too with you, divine feminine, versus how maybe your divine masculine was raised. Like, you're very like nurturing as a parent, very involved with your children. Like, you're the type of parent that gets down on like your hands and knees and like really like connect with your children on that one-on-one level. And it's a little triggering, I guess. And this might not be something that you realize or understand about your masculine, which is why they might have just not known how to act in a situation with you, divine feminine, where you were being completely loving. I sense a lot of you went into your twin flame journey with your masculines and you embodied, the level of love where it was like, okay, no, like this isn't real, this can't exist, this person is pretending. And that, they really had to like go within. Time apart is necessary, or time apart from your partner is on the horizon. This is a lot of the reasons why separation is occurring between many of you. And I feel like a lot of masculines are going through this right now. And because they're going through this, they're understanding the connection with you on a spiritual level. Like, it's not just a romantic thing here. It's like, ever since they've met you, it's been crazy passionate and euphoric and intense, but also really eye-opening. And it kind of like the best way for me to explain like what happens when you're on this whole twin flame journey is that you kind of meet this person and everything that you thought you knew it wasn't true, and they kind of send you on this healing journey. But this person is worth waiting for. This connection is worth waiting for. And that's why I think a lot of you will say to yourself, I don't want to be with anybody else but my twin. Or a lot of you who are readers out there in the community, it's like no matter what you guys do, you find yourself just holding space or teaching, and being useful and of service to the collective. But in terms of like a romantic connection or relationship, it's like, I feel that many of you have this type of intuition where what makes you say you don't want anybody else but your twin is that you already understand your purpose here. And so you already know, like, or you can already predict that somehow this connection is for you. Every time you try, it's unrequited love. There's not enough chemistry, I feel, with other people. Once you meet your twin, it's hard to experience that level of intimacy and bonding and connection to another person. And you find yourself consistently comparing. So that's why I always tell people, like, don't try to force yourself off of this journey or block your person out, or, because a lot of people try to hit up the comments and say they're done. And I'm like, for me, it kind of, it's interesting that someone can say those things, but that they're still curious or clicking on these readings to find out about this person energetically. And a lot of the times too, like you find out about yourself energetically too when we look at these readings. But another message we have here is staying optimistic about your love life. And that's the part where I feel like it cycles back to the beginning of the reading where we were talking about like opening up your heart again to the connection, if that's what you truly want with your counterpart. Like, don't send the universe mixed messages. In fact, I was talking on Patreon, like whatever you want is between you and God, you and source, you and the universe. So you can actually be authentic with yourself, and a small prayer or meditation or silent session, I know a lot of people are triggered by, meditation and have had their own experiences, but if you can just sit with yourself silently and really be clear on what it is you want to experience, then you open up a great avenue for manifesting and attracting.